The Galactic Military Academy had never seen anything quite like Maria Chen. Drill Instructor Zoltha stood before the newest batch of recruits, his forearms crossed in a gesture that had made countless cadets tremble across 3-star systems. His chitinous exoskeleton gleamed under the harsh lights of the training hall, and his compound eyes surveyed the assembled beings with the cold calculation of a predator. "You are weak," he bellowed, his mandibles clicking with each syllable. "You are soft, and most of you will fail." The recruits stood at attention, Clendari warriors with their crystalline skin, Vorquan hunters built like walking tanks, Theshan scouts whose reflexes could catch plasma bolts mid-flight. And then, there was Maria standing at a modest 5'6", her dark hair pulled back in a regulation bun, her expression utterly neutral. Zoltha had been drilling soldiers for 40 standard cycles. He knew how to break the spirit of any species. The Clendari crumbled under psychological pressure. The Vorquan couldn't handle prolonged physical exhaustion. The Theshans failed when their pride was stripped away. But humans were new to the Galactic Coalition. This was only the 3rd human to ever attend the Academy. Zoltha's primary arm shot out, pointing directly at Maria. "Step forward." Maria moved with precise military bearing, stopping exactly 3 paces in front of the drill instructor. She snapped to attention, eyes forward. "You think you belong here, human?" Zoltha leaned down, his face inches from hers. "Your species still uses chemical propellant weapons. You've been in space for less than a standard century. You're primitives. Pretending to be soldiers, sir. Yes, sir." Maria's voice was steady, unwavering. Zoltha's eyes narrowed. "Put on your training armor. Now." The training armor was designed to simulate combat conditions, 30 kilograms of composite plating that covered vital areas while leaving joints mobile. Maria donned it in under 2 minutes, each strap and clasp secured with practiced efficiency. "Endurance test," Zoltha announced, pulling his shock baton from his belt. The weapon was standard issue for drill instructors, designed to test a recruit's pain tolerance and armor integrity. "You will stand at attention while I demonstrate the weakness of your equipment. You will not move, you will not cry out, you will fail." The first strike came without warning, the baton crashing against Maria's shoulder plate with a sound like a thunderclap. The shock charge sent blue lightning crackling across the armor's surface. Several recruits flinched. Maria didn't even blink. Zoltha struck again, harder this time, targeting her chest plate. The impact would have shattered a Clendari's crystalline structure. Maria's boots scraped backward an inch from the force, but she reset her stance immediately. "Weak human bones," Zoltha hissed, "soft human flesh." The blows came faster now, a rhythm of punishment that had broken countless recruits. Shoulder, ribs, back, thigh, each strike harder than the last. The shock charges were intense enough to make muscles spasm involuntarily, to override nervous systems and force compliance. Maria's jaw tightened, sweat beaded on her forehead, but she remained standing, eyes fixed on the far wall. Maruz, another human recruit standing in the ranks, watched with growing concern. He'd known Maria since basic training on Earth. He'd seen her run 20 kilometers with a broken toe. He'd watched her complete obstacle courses that made Special Forces candidates weep. But this was different. This was brutal. The other recruits were murmuring now, their various languages creating a chorus of disbelief. No one lasted this long. No one. Zoltha's strikes became wild, furious. He was a decorated combat veteran, his strength enhanced by cybernetic implants. Each blow carried enough force to dent starship hulls. And then it happened. The baton, which had withstood thousands of training sessions, struck Maria's forearm guard at precisely the wrong angle with precisely too much force. The composite shaft splintered, then shattered completely, pieces scattering across the training hall floor. Silence fell like a physical weight. Zoltha stared at the broken handle in his primary hand, his secondary arms frozen mid-swing. He'd never ridden 40 cycles. He'd never broken a baton. Maria remained at attention, her armor scorched and dented, her breathing heavy but controlled. Slowly, deliberately, she turned her head to look directly at the drill instructor. "Sir," she said, her voice carrying clearly across the silent hall. "My turn." The question hung in the air like an unexploded ordnance. Maruz felt his heart hammering. He knew that look in Maria's eyes. It was the same look she'd had during the colony defense simulations, the same expression she wore when someone told her something was impossible. Zoltha's mandibles clicked rapidly, a sign of deep thought in his species. He studied the human before him, really looked at her for the first time. The armor was devastated, held together by little more than hope and binding straps. But the human inside it stood unbroken, unbowed. "You," Zoltha began, his voice losing its harsh edge. You asked if it was your turn. Yes, sir. You wish to strike me, sir. The drill instructor tested my endurance. I thought it only fair to test his. Maria's expression never changed, but there was something in her eyes, not quite a challenge, not quite humor, something uniquely human. A sound emerged from Zoltha that his species used to express profound respect, a deep thrumming that resonated in his chest cavity. Around the training hall, the other instructors who had gathered to watch began to vocalize as well. At ease, Cadet Chen, Zoltha said quietly. Maria shifted her stance, hands clasped behind her back. The drill instructor circled her slowly, examining the damaged armor. I have trained warriors from 17 species. I have broken recruits who went on to become admirals. But I have never, he paused, never had one ask for their turn. He straightened to his full height, all 4 arms spreading wide. Cadets, you see before you what a soldier truly is, not the strongest, not the fastest, not the most advanced. His eyes fixed on Maria, but the one who refuses to break, the one who stands when standing is all that's left, the one who looks at the impossible and asks, my turn. Maruz felt pride swelling in his chest. This was why humanity had been invited to join the coalition, not because of their technology or their firepower, but because of their spirit. Cadet Chen, Zoltha continued, you have earned something few receive in their first week. He reached up and removed one of his rank insignias, pressing it into Maria's hand. Respect. Maria's fingers closed around the small metal piece. Thank you, sir. Now get to medical, Zoltha ordered, his harsh tone returning. And the rest of you maggots, if a human half your size can take that beating, what's your excuse? Training yard, move. As the recruits scattered, Maruz caught Maria's eye. She gave him the smallest of nods, then winced as she tried to walk. He rushed to her side, providing support. You're insane, he muttered. My turn, she replied, and despite the pain etched on her face, she smiled. In the instructor's observation room, Zoltha's superior officer approached. Your assessment of the humans. Zoltha continued to watch through the window as Maruz helped Maria toward medical. They are exactly what the coalition needs, he said. They don't know when to quit. And when you break your weapon on them, he looked down at the shattered baton handle, they ask for their turn. Should we adjust the training protocols? No, Zoltha decided, but order reinforced batons. Something tells me we're going to need them.